这场我们很容易邀请到这个日本政府这个 MITI， 这个 MITI 是日本政府的 Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry， 这是一个日本政府有点像这个介于科技部加上这个经济部这些部会的一个科技的相关的部会。那这里面的这个 Okuya 桑是担任这个治安方面的专门的部门。那今天的议程呢是会介绍日本政府使用这个 Cyber Physical Security Framework 这个 CPSF 的这些 framework 来导入这个日本的治安的政策，在政府方面的推动。那我们非常荣幸这个邀请到这个 Okuya 桑来 Hikan 为我们分享日本的这个状况。Okay, so this is GD from Hikan, and we are very glad to invite Okuya-san from Japan's Ministry of MITI, that is Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, and he will be he's the Director of Policy Planning and the Coordination Division, and he will be introducing us how to use many policy frameworks to promote cybersecurity in Japan.
Anyway, so I would like to share our view about the importance of the collective activities for cybersecurity issue and what kind of effort we are doing in Japan by my speech. But you can see my talk point from my slides. Maybe after this presentation, you will be able to upload my slide to your homepage.
Yes, we will try to project out your slide as soon as possible, and please start your talk. And sorry for that. And one more thing, if you have questions, we have a web link called Slido. Slido is a Q&A website. And the link is on the agenda page. And after the talk, we will use Slido to do the Q&A session after this talk.
Okay, great.
如果有任何问题发问，请用那个议程页面上有一个叫 Slido， 在 Hikan 网站的议程页面上有一个 Slido 连结，在那边打上 Q&A 问题。所以让我们用这个热烈掌声欢迎这个 Okuya 桑的演讲。So let's welcome Okuya 桑。I'll do a presentation as soon as possible.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So thank you for giving you giving a great opportunity for me to share our view about the recent cybersecurity issue and what kind of effort we're doing in Japan. Especially, I would like to emphasize on the importance of the collective, collaborative activities for cybersecurity, because as you know, the cyber attack is becoming more and more sophisticated and smarter and smarter. So the attackers try to find vulnerability in the weakest point in supply chain. So in Japan, and I think in Taiwan, also the many big companies has already introduced a very high level cybersecurity measures. And they have already introduced a SOC system and a special team for cybersecurity inside the company. They have already made a big effort to manage, to protect themselves from sophisticated cyber attacks. But actually, the attackers are trying to find an entrance point to the big company. That's a small, medium-sized companies, SMEs. In Japan, we had a very interesting survey in 2018. Osaka Chamber of Commerce, Regional Chamber of Commerce, conducted a very interesting survey to SMEs. Osaka Chamber of Commerce made a partnership with University of Kobe to give special monitoring services for 30 SMEs during 3 months in 2018. All 30 SMEs received serious cyber attacks. And 5 from 30 companies received a serious damage and became the attacking point to partner. That's big companies. That's a reality. And after the survey, Osaka Chamber of Commerce wanted to know what kind of reality they are facing, especially big enterprises were facing. And they gave this, they tried to receive the enquete from 100 big companies in Kansai area. And 1/4, 25% of the companies received serious damage by the attack from SMEs who are partner of big enterprises. It means from these surveys, we have already seen SMEs has already become the attacking point to big enterprises for cyber criminal players. That's the reality. So because of that, individual activities for cybersecurity is not enough to protect our supply chains, our society. That's the first point. We should start talk about cybersecurity. That's our understanding. We have already had various kind of the frameworks or guidelines for cybersecurity. For example, ISO 27001 to NIST cybersecurity framework by US NIST. All these kind of the framework and the guidelines for cybersecurity are good for especially individual entity. But these framework and guidelines will not work well for promotion of collaborative activities. So far, we have only cybersecurity tools for individual entity. Because of that, METI, my organization, and my division decided to introduce a new type framework for cybersecurity to promote collaborative activities. That's a cyber physical security framework, CPSF. We spent 1.5 years to introduce the CPSF. We conducted 2 times public comment, not only in Japanese but also in English. And we released the version 1.0, CPSF 1.10 in April 2019. We received thousands of comments, not only from Japan, but also outside Japan, like the United States and the European Union. Especially many American companies like Microsoft and Cisco, those companies give a very, very helpful comment on the draft of CPSF. We reflected all these kind of positive comment on CPSF. Because of that, CPSF has already become one of the major global framework for cybersecurity, especially for promotion of collaborative activities. And the CPSF has already been used by many big companies in Japan, and also to become the base to introduce specific sectoral guidelines for cybersecurity. For example, the automobile, building, like that. In building area, there are various kinds of stakeholders: architect, developer, system integrator, vendors. All these kind of stakeholders need to share the same principle for cybersecurity for building. Unfortunately, we didn't have such a kind of building targeted guidelines for cybersecurity in the world. Because of that, we decided to introduce cyber physical security guidelines for buildings for all stakeholders based on CPSF. We released Building Cyber Physical Security Guideline in June 2019. Many, not only Japanese companies, but also the European companies and the Australian companies referred Building Cyber Physical Security Guideline. You can have the Building Cyber Physical Security Guideline in English. You can find. And also, automobile industry introduced their own cyber physical security framework for automotive industries to protect their long supply chain. Automotive Industrial Association released the Supply Chain Cyber Physical Security Guidelines for Automotive 2020. You can find the automotive specific guidelines in English as well. So all these kind of sectoral activities we are promoting now. And the smart home area also introduced the cyber physical security guidelines for smart home, smart house. Oh, sorry for that. So far, we have only in Japanese version. And the space industry just started to talk to how to make their specific cyber physical security guidelines based on CPSF for space-related industries. So all these kind of activities, all industries have just started in each sector to introduce such a kind of sectoral specific guidelines based on CPSF. And based on CPSF, we also introduced an IoT security framework in 2020. That's a IoT security safety framework we named IoT SSF, covered the whole IoT area, how to set the security measures for each IoT products. We gave the conceptual framework, how to think the risk and measures for IoT. And we will release a data management framework based on CPSF, maybe in the first of next year. We have already finished the public comment, not only in Japanese but also in English, for the draft of data management framework. You can see the draft of data management framework. We would like to use data management framework as a measure and reference to build a true data-free flow with trust structure based on data management framework. All these kind of activities we are doing now. And also, these two are helping Japanese industries to strengthen their capability for cybersecurity. But we also to promote actual activity for industries. First point, we talk with many Japanese business associations to let them make some kind of partnership by themselves. And eventually, Japanese major 3 business associations took leadership to launch Supply Chain Cyber Security Consortium, we named SC3, in November 2020. Over 90 major business associations, like automotive business associations, the power utility business associations, steel business associations, and the electronic industry business association, and banking groups all these kind of major business associations joined to Supply Chain Cybersecurity Consortium SC3 to share same understanding about cybersecurity and to share what kind of effort they should do and what kind of partnership they should build. Now, they are focusing on the three major topics. First, to support SME's cybersecurity. Second, to strengthen the partnership between academia and industry for cybersecurity, and to promote the cybersecurity effort not only in urban area but also regional area. And also, they are trying to share what kind of the cyber incident happened and what kind of measures will work well for companies. Through Supply Chain Cybersecurity Consortium, industries are sharing the best practices and to strengthen the partnership between enterprises. Even we are making this kind of effort, frankly speaking, it's not enough because we need to protect SMEs. That's a big challenge, frankly speaking. And I frequently talk with American friends and European friends and Israeli friends how to protect SMEs. Because to protect our supply chain, we need to strengthen the capability for cybersecurity on SMEs. But on the other hand, as you know, SMEs' capacity and capability are so limited. It's not enough to add a special capability for cybersecurity for SMEs. That's a big challenge. Because of that, 4 years ago, I started talking with insurance company. I asked insurance company to prepare the special insurance, cybersecurity insurance for SMEs. At that time, 4 years ago, insurance companies mentioned to me, they wanted, but they didn't have enough data to architect, to design the appropriate cybersecurity insurance for SMEs. What kind of coverage that insurance should have, premium, how much. All these kind of data they didn't have at that time. Because of that, in Japan, we launched national project to make cybersecurity insurance for SMEs during 2 years. We succeeded in gathering a very good data and a good knowledge for insurance companies. Insurance company made a partnership with security vendors and a regional chamber of commerce to make appropriate marketing to SMEs users. And from this April, these insurance company groups succeeded in starting commercial services. They start selling cyber security insurance for SMEs. We named cybersecurity savers. That activities are so cutting edge activities, frankly speaking. But we succeeded in starting. American friends, European friends, Australian friends, and especially Israeli friends showed a strong interest, especially the insurance services. Because Israeli government also has the same idea how to use an insurance company to involve the cybersecurity activities. They also had a similar kind of concept, but they have not yet succeeded in involving insurance companies. Because of that, I shared my experience with Israeli friends. We are very glad to share our experience with our friends. And also, I would like to point out the importance of industrial control security things as well to protect the critical infrastructure. Not only information system security, but also industrial control system security is very critical. It's very, very critical. Frankly speaking, specialists for industrial control system securities are so limited, not only in Japan, but also all over the world, even in the United States, even in Israel. The specialists for industrial control system security are so limited because in Japan, we launched a special center of excellence. We named Industrial Cybersecurity Center of Excellence, ICSCOE, from 2017. In ICSCOE, we give a special 1-year training course to specialists or candidate for specialists for industrial control system security. 1-year training is very, very workable. It's very effective. After the end of training, the trainee would become actually hacker level specialist. And we are making such a kind of effort to expand the number of the industrial control system security specialists in Japan. And also, we would like to share this kind of the capability and asset with other countries, friends. We started special industrial control system exercise for ASEAN countries, Taiwan, South Korea, Australia, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, New Zealand from 2018 with American friends. And this year, officially, European Union joined to the special industrial control system security exercise. We had 1 week special joint exercise. In the last week of October, your colleague in Taiwan also joined to that special industrial control system security exercise. We are very glad to share our experience and our asset, and also we would like to learn. We would like to be learned more and more about cybersecurity from specialists all over the world. Still, our effort is at a premature level, frankly speaking. Cyber attack is becoming more and more sophisticated and more aggressive. We need to make more effort to protect our supply chain, our society, with your special capability. Thank you very much. And I would like to receive your comment or your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Okuya-san. And let me apologize again for the technical problem. So we could not locate the presentation slide. And please, could you please share to us again, maybe from email, we can post on the website today. So thank you very much. And 再次抱歉，就是因为一些技术的问题，我们没有找到这个投影片。那我们会在这个会后再把这一份这个framework 的投影片贴到我们的议程网页上。那现在 ，so this is time for Q&A， 然后 and 有没有任何听众有任何的问题想要发问的？我刚在 slide 上没有看到发问，那现场的听众有没有任何的问题？如果有问题可以举手，或者是直接按前面的这个发问的按钮。那我们都还有10分钟的时间。 Okay, so I have a question myself. So I would like to know. So this is a kind of framework developed by your team, right? So how to like how to develop such a framework? In how many like efforts and what is the challenge of developing such framework?
Thank you very much. That's a very interesting question. Actually, the CPSF is a very huge structure, and I recommend you all to actually read CPSF itself. You will be able to find CPSF in English in website. And actually, to make a basic concept, my team, I give the basic concept to my team. In CPSF, there are 3 layers to articulate a risk point in cyber physical integrated society. 3 layer and 6 element for supply chain. That's a basic concept. I give that concept, and my team member, 3 member, gave some kind of component. But on the other hand, it's not enough. We also need to study other countries' standards, framework, guidelines over the world. And because of that, we made a partnership with one company to make a draft of CPSF. The first draft, around 30 or 40 pages like that. Then I gave this, we gave the draft of the CPSF to our study group. We gather the major industries and academia people, around 20 people. Then we circulate the draft of the first draft of the CPSF in the study group, and we received the comment, and we improved the draft of the CPSF. That's the second draft. Then we conducted a public comment on second draft of CPSF, not only in Japanese but also in English. And fortunately, we have very close relationship with especially American friends, because I was stationed in the United States. There are a lot of friends I have in not only governmental side but also industry side. And we shared the second draft of the CPSF to American friends first way. And governmental people gave a comment, and also many major companies like Microsoft, Cisco, they gave a big help, support for us. In the case of Microsoft, they circulate the second draft of CPSF not only in the engineer in the United States, but also all over the world. They worked for Microsoft. They gave a very sophisticated comment for us through the public comment. Of course, European friends also gave their view. Especially German friends have a very good sense about, especially IoT area, manufacturing IoT area. Their comment also so helpful, so meaningful. So that we reflected all those kind of comments on the third draft of CPS. And the third draft of CPSF became over 100 pages. And also, we gave correspondent table between CPSF and ISO 27001-2, CPSF and NIST cybersecurity framework, CPSF and SP 800-171, all these kind of major standards we covered in CPSF. You can see the correspondent table with all these major standards. We made this kind of thing so that many people, during this process, frankly speaking, over the thousands of engineers actually involved into these activities through public comment, because we conducted 2 times public comment, and the major companies circulated the draft of the CPSF to all engineers, not only in Japan, but also outside Japan, and in the case of the United States, not only the engineering use the United States, but also the other area, Japan, Asia, and Europe. We succeeded in corrected all this kind of diverse view on CPSL. Because of that, we spent over 1.5 years, a relatively long time we used, but we succeeded in making a very good framework. I think so. Yeah, the communication is very key. Deep communication, mutual understanding, and frequent talk. All these kind of things help to make a sophisticated framework, not only inside Japan, but also outside Japan. Thank you.
Thank you very much for telling us the story behind the creation. This is a very special, valuable experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, let me. We are very glad today that we can hear not only how a framework could be used, promoted, but how it can be created, and it must be many rounds of draft and involving many stakeholders. Okay, so do you have any other questions around this session? Okay, no. And as I can see, there's no other question from the online Slido system. And so let me thank you again, Okuya-san, for bringing this great talk to us. So we are in an age we need many guidance or framework on the cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is so complicated, and we're glad to hear a new framework we maybe can adapt to the daily use. We'll try to promote in Taiwan also. And thank you again. Let's use our hand to applause again to thank the speaker, Okuya-san. 请大家再次热烈的掌声，谢谢。
Thank you. I would like to give this last comment.
Yes,
we need to promote collaborative activities for sophisticated cybersecurity, not only inside own country, but also over the boundary. Cross-boundary collaborative activities is very key to protect ourselves. We are very glad to make a deep partnership with you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we will try to promote the collaboration. Okay, thank you again.